Oh, hell no. No, fanboys. You don't get to use Baldur's Gate in your pathetic dick measuring contest. No. Bad. Bad fanboys. Y'all don't even play the games designed to suit your ADHD riddled mind, so excuse me if I find the idea of any of you getting past the character creation laughable. So, in case you somehow missed it, Baldur's Gate 3 finally released last week, and many people, including myself, have been absolutely engrossed by it. Hell, the devs themselves were expecting maybe 100k players at launch, only to be greeted by a peak of 750k concurrent players on Steam at the time of this video.
Nice.
An insane amount for CRPGs today. But of course, you have PlayStation fanboys attempting to co-op this game, parading it around as the console exclusive when in fact it isn't. At worst, it is a staggered release, due to the Series S version of the game taking more time to get split screen working because Microsoft, for some ungodly reason, demands console parity. But the fanboys just clearly means exclusive to PS5. You know, I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I've been in this game long enough to expect this level of stupidity. So, without further ado, welcome everyone to Tales from the Twit Pit.
PS5 console exclusive doing numbers on Metacritic might end being the best reviewed new game of the year. It's not an exclusive and you're taking scores from PC players who play these types of games regularly. I can only imagine the PS5 reviews will be riddled with, "It seems like a good game, but I have no idea how to play it." No idea how to play it? You know the game is on PC, right? Now have controller support, right? You know it plays like any other turn-based game, right? It's PS5 console exclusive to Xbox can sort out their trash little console issues.
If you need proof of the fanboys' inability to read, then look no further than Alejandroid here, because anyone with a functioning cortex could see that by no idea how to play it, he clearly means the level of complexity and creativity when it comes to problem solving is beyond what you guys are capable of. I mean, for God's sake, Sony has literally been dumbing down their games for players like DSP, as revealed during that God of War GDC presentation. So yeah, I doubt you fanboys would know how to do more than just, normal attack. And it's funny too, because I had a little back and forth with this troglodyte over Twitter over the use of the term exclusive. And I'm gonna be honest here, buddy, you aren't gonna play the game. You won't even reach the Druid Village. You wanna know how I know? Because you don't even play your own console exclusives!
I don't know what I expected.
How do I, a primarily PC gamer, have higher completion rates for every Sony game compared to you? Just goes to show, these fanboys don't play games, they play Twitter.
Metacritic 94, let's go! Hashtag Baldur's Gate 3. Both games are great, but Xbox console gamers get to play Starfield at 30 FPS. We know they're not getting 30 FPS, and the other at 0 FPS this year. Am I lying? Xbox fanboys are telling me BG3 is only a PC for now. Hello, I am a PC gamer, LMFAO, who happens to think the best games are on PlayStation. LOL, cope. Baldur's Gate 3 is so good I am going to get it also on PlayStation next month. Support Larian Studios. If you're not a nerd and not into tabletop RPGs, buy it and throw it at a nerd down the street or in a library. He's so fucking retarded. Support Larian Studios! Don't you worry, I will get Starfield too. But like I said, if you're hoping for the best RPG of this decade to be Starfield, you're gonna be super sad. Bro, you're only talking about Baldur's Gate 3 because Starfield isn't going to be on the PS5. No, I am talking about Baldur's Gate 3 because it's not showing up on Xbox. Even Dark agrees, lol.
Here, please hit me as hard as you can.
Ugh, okay, now I know that was a whole lot of stupid to ingest in a short amount of time, but I needed you guys to see the complete chain of events, because no self-respecting PC gamer would be acting like this man-child, pitting a third-party, multi-platform game against the opposition to the console they suck off. He's a PC gamer the same way J-Dub or Heart8 are, in that they may own a PC, but they don't actually use it, because we all know they're actually PS fanboys deep inside. Because if the games were switched, and Starfield was a PS exclusive, and Baldur's Gate 3 was delayed on PS5 for whatever reason, they'd be dogging on it for being turn-based, top-down, being a Dungeons & Dragons IP, you name it. You don't give a damn about Baldur's Gate Pearls. I doubt you've even heard of the franchise before this game. You only care to weaponize it for your pathetic ideology. But please, don't stop. It just allows me to capitalize on your stupidity. So, dance, clown!
Bethesda's looking at Baldur's Gate 3 and said to themselves, our RPG is not RPG'd enough.
As a matter of fact, I'm starting to think we need to intervene on you for your goddamn illiteracy.
Yeah, Charlie, you are getting real dumb.
I am begging you guys to proofread your tweets before you hit send. You can't expect to be taken seriously if your grammar indicates you were the slow kid in class. Besides, Starfield and Baldur's Gate are two completely different types of RPGs. This would be like comparing Skyrim to Pillars of Eternity. Two completely different RPGs attempting to achieve different goals. Not that I wouldn't like Starfield to be on a level of BG3, but let's be realistic here, it's a Bethesda title. I know what I'm getting going in. If you expect anything more, then that's on you.
And it will be on hashtag PS5 only for the foreseeable future.
You serious?
Man, when it comes to PS5 next month, I'm gonna be watching y'all like a hawk. I better see y'all nearing the end of Act 1, considering how much y'all are hyping it, despite never talking about your love for the previous Baldur's Gate games, Dragon Age, or hell, even Divinity Original Sin 2. Oh, who am I kidding? These guys haven't fucking played Divinity.
Prime Game of the Year contender for PS5 console exclusive due to incapable Xbox hardware and not money hunting. Consumption of special of fellow non-gamers.
Well, if it isn't Dr. Docs, hey, don't you have medical patients info to leak?
PS5 exclusive Baldur's Gate 3 currently has over 530,000 concurrent players on Steam. Peak is close to 600k. 94 on Metacritic.
Why is everyone dumb?
It was only a matter of time, folks. PS fanboys are so desperate for a W for their console, they have resorted to using Steam charts to fuel their console war. Hey buddy, remind me again what system these stats are for? Remind me where Steam is available again? Only PS fanboys can lie about a multi-platform game being exclusive when it's not even out on their system yet! It's not even out yet! You guys haven't touched the game. Hell, I doubt most of you even know what it looks like, let alone how it plays. Y'all are gonna get to your first skill check, and when that dice shows up on the screen, y'all are gonna be shook and immediately regret your purchase due to it not being a standard over-the-shoulder action-adventure game with stealth elements.
Thank you, hashtag PlayStation, for designing a system that can actually play best RPG game in decades without compromises. Cannot wait for this beast. What a time to be a PS and PC gamer.
Are you retarded?
Without compromises! Without compromises! My brother in Christ, every console port of a PC game is compromised. You have worse graphics, worse frame rate, no mods, no ability to adjust your settings. Rarely do games give you the option to use mouse and keyboard. And if you want to play online, guess you're gonna have to shell out a monthly fee. I said this before and I'll say it again. The only reason any of you give a damn about Baldur's Gate is because the Xbox version got delayed. If it was released on all platforms or wasn't coming to PS5 at all, you wouldn't give two shits. The only people who believe your grift are those stupid enough to fall for it.
So I was told this morning that Baldur's Gate 4 will even sell 1 million for PlayStation 5 salty Xbox. It appears that's playing out. Baldur's Gate 3 has jumped to number 2 best-selling pre-order on PSN.
And yet another fanboy showcasing his inability to count. And yeah, anyone saying it wouldn't sell 1 million on PlayStation is delusional, as word of mouth alone would guarantee at the very least that many. I doubt many of you fanboys, let me enunciate that for those of you hard of hearing, fanboys will get very far in the game, as it's a game that you have to, use your brain, stretch those creative problem-solving muscles, things that we all know you guys lack.
Here's why Lariat Studios said no to Microsoft.
Remind me again how many live service gas games are in development at PlayStation?
Is he retarded?
Baldur's Gate 3 is launching PS5 this year for console gamers, not because Jim Ryan paid for it, but because Xbox Series S paid for it. Xbox fanboys, Baldur's Gate is niche. Meanwhile, reality.
Okay, I'm gonna need a citation for that because who the fuck says Baldur's Gate is niche? The series, so niche, the developers, BioWare, maybe you heard of them, hey, I don't know, went on to make KOTOR, Dragon Age, and Mass Effect. Oh yeah, the most recognizable Dungeons & Dragons video game IP is totally niche. You see, when I talk about fanboys doing things like doxing patients, sending bomb threats, sexually harassing developers, there's usually, proof to back my claims in my videos. But this man can't even be bothered to share some example of Xbox saying that. But please share them, because I would love to tear them a new one. If anyone has any information about that, please share it below in the comments.
You know where else you'll be able to enjoy this in 2023? So let's see, we're going from Final Fantasy 16 to Synapse Fantasy Armored Core 3. Bro, what is it with PlayStation fanboys and not knowing how to count? Jesus goddamn Christ, someone get these guys a goddamn calculator. To Baldur's Gate 3 and Spider-Man 2.
Get a life. Get alive!
Bro really tried to sneak a mobile gacha game in with the rest. Do you think he knows? Because I don't think he knows. I mean, personally, I find it weird you're listing all the games you're not gonna play for more than an hour before returning to Madden or 2K, but that's just me. And you know what? Let's cap it off with probably the funniest exchange to happen out of this entire debacle with good old bargain bin Shia LaBeouf MBG. Take it away, baby teeth.
Kind of crazy. Baldur's Gate 3 will be a PS5 console exclusive and Sony has nothing to do with it. Not a PS5 console exclusive, mate. I just want to clarify this tweet. One, I was trying to highlight the fact that usually Sony has to strike deals to keep games this big off of other platforms, but in this case they didn't have to do anything. I find it genuinely surprising that Sony is going to get the benefit of a game this size being only available on their console without having to pay for it. That's all I was trying to say. Sure, buddy. 2. I use the term console exclusive, but yes, it is in development for Xbox with no release date. Timed console exclusive is what I should have said. Some think the word exclusive shouldn't even be used, so maybe the term staggered release is more appropriate. Yes, you fucking idiot.
Your Honor, cry about it.
Bro, imagine being so blatantly wrong, you get called out by a developer on the game. And not just any dev either, the head of publishing. The person who would more than likely know about any exclusivity deals being made for their game. But keep coping, MBG. That's why you ended up crying on stream over this after deleting the tweet because you were rightly getting called out. And you know what? Let's play a little clip from that, shall we?
Absolutely crazy. So, okay, I should probably make something clear. Guys, Baldur's Gate 3 is not, I repeat, not a PS5 console exclusive. Okay? Are we all understanding this? Does everybody understand this clearly and concisely? It is not, N-O-T, a PS5 console exclusive. It's just releasing on the PS5 first and will be on the PS5 console for an undisclosed amount of time before any other console, but it's not a PS5 console exclusive, okay?
Dude, you can just hear the condescension in his candor. Dear God, he's so butthurt over being wrong over the use of the term exclusive because, quite simply, MBG, it isn't. It never was, never is, and it never will be. There is no deal between Larian and PlayStation. They aren't prevented from making an Xbox version. The only reason it's not releasing alongside Xbox is because Microsoft requires console parity, which means it has to have all the same features across both systems. Which is absurd when you look at the specs of both the X and the S, because at a glance you can see some games may need to be scaled down for this. And I know some of you are going to say, well, it's Steam Deck verified, right? And that system is weaker than the S. Maybe so. But the Steam Deck has access to 16 gigs of RAM to use for developers. The Series S has only 10 gigs of RAM, I believe. and the Steam Deck has split screen disabled by default, which is the issue plaguing the Series S. And according to Ono It's Alex on Twitter, who managed to get split screen working on the Steam Deck, it was utilizing 13 to 14 gigs of RAM for split screen, which is more than the Series S has. Can they make it work with the limited RAM they have? Yes, but it's going to take time. Time that shouldn't need to be taken if they were at least allowed to ship the S version without split screen at launch. And while yes, that may suck for S users who want to utilize it, at the very least, people who don't care about split screen on Xbox, which is actually a majority of players by the way, wouldn't have to wait for it. Because of this, it is a staggered release. The Xbox version is actively being worked on. We're talking about a dev team that managed to port Divinity Original Sin 2 to the Switch, so I'm sure they can get this all sorted out in due time. But go ahead, MBG, continue to pretend it's an exclusive when, by all accounts, it categorically isn't. After all, that's what you're best at. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for tuning in. Couple things first before I roll the outro. I didn't mention this, but local idiot Hard 8 Times decided to be a petulant man-child over someone gifting him Baldur's Gate 3, throwing a fit, telling people to ask him before wasting their money, calling the game trash. Meanwhile, he only spent 72 minutes in the game and not a single achievement, which means he didn't even get off the tutorial ship. After friend of the show, PMS Jordan called him out over his pathetic display, he decided to go full-on transphobic towards her, pretending to not be rattled, all the while blocking everyone who called him out, including yours truly, which is probably the funniest exchange that happened during this whole thing. So I figured I should probably mention this before the video ends. So, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. As always, to stay up to date on all things crab, you can follow me on Twitter via the link in the description below. And if you're looking for a way to support the channel, consider becoming a member. For only $1 a month, you get access to the community Discord. Once you're in for good, as well as these emails you harass me with during streams. So with that all out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video.